Now is the historical moment, the time, not only to fight severe virus, but to shape the system. We have a unique but rapidly shrinking window of opportunity to learn lessons and reset ourselves on a more sustainable path. It is an opportunity we have never had before and may never have again. So we must use all the levers we have at our disposal, knowing that each and every one of us has a vital role to play. Now is the time to think. So important. It's important because we have reached the point when we can hack not just computers, we can hack human beings and other organisms. There is a lot of talk these days about hacking computers and email accounts and bank accounts and mobile phones, but actually we are gaining the ability to hack human beings. So we have to prepare for a more angry world.
Now when you look at these Edomites, they pretty much control everything. And so when you're dealing with a people that control everything and that's listening to everything and that's blocking everything, that's what they call it, critiquing and censoring. Well, you can't say this and you can't say that and you can't do this and you can't do that. They like your mama and your daddy when you just little children running around. So you see, you can't believe everything that you see and hear, especially coming from them, because they trying to censor you. They don't want you to express your concerns or give your point of view. See, they want to be the one that's controlling the narrative or whatever situation. You see, that's why when your parents in the house, they tell you don't talk to strangers, don't tell people their business. You see, because they want to be in total control. And this is what these Edomites has done throughout the history, and they've been doing this for a long time, pretty much since the 1600s to the 1700s. They've been formulating this power. Now you got 99% of the wealth is owned by the 1%. So this 1%, these oppressors, these elite Edomites, they are the ones that oppress everybody because they're taking all of this wealth and they only 1% of the population, when 99% of the population need the same type of wealth or need to be taken care of. But they own 99% of the wealth. 1%. People got trillions of dollars, billions of dollars. Well, you got some people with no money in their pocket, $100, $1,000. See, that don't. You got $1,000 in your pocket. That don't compare to these red dragons, man. These people got trillion. It's a 200. 200. Is it 200 million or 200 trillion economy? And these jokers got all types of trillions of dollars. All you gotta do is Google a chart of the 1%, and how much money they got compared to a regular person. And so this is what we dealing with. But see, some people, they thinking that they little funky government got some power. Your government ain't got no power, man. What your government got some power to do? These people got more money than your whole government. They giving the government give out money to certain states. Now, say for Florida, for instance, they give Florida $70 billion or $100 billion. That ain't nothing compared to these. Some people, they got trillions of dollars. $100 billion ain't nothing to somebody who got trillions of dollars. You think they gonna tell them what to do? You think they gonna tell these Edomites that can hire a freaking army quick at any time? They already got the army under their foot. That's just like a mafia boss. A mafia boss, this man got people under his foot. He got the police already. See, he got hitmans. He got the bankers, accountants, lawyers, doctors. This man got everybody in with his pockets because he got money. They can even play the role with the government and go in jail and still be having some type of status in the prison because they got so much money. But we talking about people with trillions of dollars. You can't even, most simple simpletons can't even imagine $1 trillion. They can't even put that on a scale. You just talking big numbers. That's all. You just talking big money to them. They can't even imagine the thing. But this is what these Edomites is possessing, man. And it ain't just one or two Edomite. If it's seven, if it's eight, what is it? 8 billion people on the earth, and we talking about 1% of the 8 billion. These jokers, that's thousands of people. Thousands of Edomites got big money. And these little government officials, mayors and senators and presidents ain't got nothing on these people. They tell these people what to do at all times. They tell these people what agenda they gonna do and how they gonna do it. And if they jump and say something out of order, they'll get rid of they behind, just like they did JFK. These people don't got no power. You can't vote nobody into no power that it's gonna do something for you. No. These Edomites is running the scene. See? All right, here go another example. Let's get some certified facts on here. The 1% economy, 255 trillion. I mean, you can have hundreds of these Edomites that got billions, trillions of dollars, man. You say you got 5 Edomite rich families, and they in the 50 trillion. 5 of them got $50 trillion. You ain't no president and no governor or whoever is on the scene that got more power than them. And ain't nobody finna tell them what to do. Oh, you got to do this. Man, you crazy. You got to be crazy. You think they gonna tell these people what to do. You're not telling these people what to do, man. It's not happening. Let's get a chart. Let's get a good chart. Now what this say? 1 million. Because they had 1 million Chinese millionaires. But see, this bigger than some Chinese people. These Edomites we talking about. These jokers got big money, man. And a Negro sit here and talk about a freaking vote and some government. Government ain't got no power. How is the world's wealth shared among population? See, they ain't finna get it right. Categories of population, see. But it's all over the place. Look at that. 26 richest people now hold the same wealth as the poorest half of the global population. See, they just naming rich people. The rich people got more money than you, these broke Negroes, man. Imagine what the elite, wealthy people got. The elite, top-notch people. Them jokers got. They make the money. They say what is money. See, that's how much wealth and power they got. They say what is money. They make the price of gold. They set the prices and the standards of gold and what's gonna be valuable. People ain't no worried about a government, man, and somebody voting. You got to be crazy. Let's go into the scripture because it's a simple situation. All right, Zechariah 5 and 11. Is it 7 and 11? Oh, I'm sorry, 11 and 5. It said, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. See, this whole system is off making money off the slaves. The slaves ain't changed. That whole dynamic of you got a bunch of slaves working for nothing, and they getting all this work done. And the money is being filtered to these rich people, man. The money is not being uh made in a different way now. Oh, they stopped slavery, so now money is operating different. And the world has changed now that they gave a document that say, the government is in control. Get the heck out of here, man. They still got businesses, and the businesses is owned by somebody. See, these corporations making all types of deals with many people. People getting loans from all over the place. And the elites is giving the loans to most of these businesses. So you got the businesses enslaving the people, just like the prison system. The prison system ain't ran by the warden. The ward, it's a ward of the prison. He ain't getting rich off slaving them Negroes and the Hispanics that's up in there, that's packed in them prison. The people that's getting rich is the shareholders and the person that gave the founder of the prison the loan. See, it's the loan sharks that's making all the money. And see, that's what these people don't understand. Now let's get this Lucifer real quick. Now people go to Isaiah 14 and they read, oh, Lucifer fell from heaven. No, that ain't talking about nothing falling from no heaven and no sky. Heaven represents a high level. That's what they say, high heaven. Man, you stink to high heaven. It ain't saying you in heaven. It's just giving you an analogy of how high something is. And it was saying it's going to come down from a high position. Now look who this Lucifer was. Verse 2 talks about captives, people was made captives. And it's saying that the captives, the slaves, was gonna overtake their slave master and rule over their oppressors. Cause they was in hard bondage, making them all types of money, serving them, getting them filthy rich. Look at verse 4. The king of Babylon is the oppressor. And they building cities, the golden city. These cities they building. Look at 21. They building major cities around the world. It say, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. These jokers got cities all over the place. See, cities is all over the place. Because they getting rich off these slaves. And so this is what this Lucifer situation is about. And this is prophecy. People want to talk about back then. This is prophecy, man. This ain't got nothing to do with no back then. Look at 2 Ezra 15:1. It said, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in your mouth, says the Lord. See, this is about the future. This is not about what happened back then. This stuff is about prophecy. Prophecy is when you predict what's going to happen. Those prophets was predicting what was going to happen. They weren't saying some crap that was happening back then. Oh, it's going to happen a year from now. No, they were talking about the final situation. They was prophesying about the end of this freaking system. But you got the debt situations. Let's go into this debt situation. Because their whole system ran on debt and loaning people stuff. You got Habakkuk, chapter 2. Was it 8 or 9? Let's see here. It is 6. It say, shall not all take this parable against him? Now, this is what Isaiah 14 was talking about. They're going to take up a parable against the oppressor, against Lucifer, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. That clay is talking about debt. It's talking about debt. And let's go back here and look at this parable. Verse 4. That thou shalt take up this parable against the king of Babylon. Same thing of Habakkuk. Habakkuk is talking about these Edomites. Let's certify that. Habakkuk is talking about Edomite. Look at verse 3. God came from Teman. Teman is one of the children of the Edomites. Let's get that real quick. Okay, verse 11. And the sons of Eliphaz were Teman. See, Eliphaz was the son of Timnah, Esau's son. Now these are the generation of Esau, who is Edom. See, this is who the Lucifer is, man. Lucifer is not no spirit that fell out of heaven. It's the slave master. And it's these elite Edomites that got trillions of dollars and that's running the world. It's all through him. And let's get verse 6 here, because this is what is going on. It said, ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earn wages to put it into a bag with holes. See, these people working, but what you working for is not doing nothing. See, you working for nothing pretty much. You think you working, but you is not working to get any kind of wealth. You working just to get that money back to some slave master. That's what you working for. And this king of Babylon is all through the scriptures, man. And people thinking that they talking about an ancient Babylon. No, they're not talking about no ancient Babylon. Ancient Babylon was just an example, just like Egypt. Egypt was just an example of slavery. Now look at this verse. It say, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou have scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments. See, you in slavery, and you gotta make payments on your car, on your house, on whatever you own. Even if you have a child, you gotta make payments on that child. Anything that you have in this world, you got to make payments on it. This is prophecy. See, that's what they don't understand about the Israelites. The Israelites was given prophecy for the last days, for when right before they came out of captivity and go into their glorious kingdom, they was gonna be predicting what was gonna be happening. And let's get that in Isaiah. It was not just back then. See, that's a lie that the devil would tell one of these Edomites. Isaiah 46:10, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not done yet. See, he gonna tell you what's gonna happen before it happens. Saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. See, this is what's going on with these Edomites, man. They gonna tell you a bold-faced lie, talk about some devil, some spirit that done disobeyed God, when they is the devil. They is the adversary of God. They running the show. He was talking about they behind the whole time. He wasn't talking about no spirits controlling nothing, because the spirits doing what he say do. Everything in the spirit world is doing what he tell them to do. They not disobedient. Just because the so-called white man want to be disobedient, let's get that in See, he the only disobedient joker around here, teaching everybody else to be disobedient. And just because a Negro jump out and be disobedient, he don't run nothing. That's like a child. A child, you can't blame nothing on no child. You got to blame it on the parents. The parents the one to blame. And Esau is the parent. But he said, verse 16, but unto the wicked God said, what have you to do to declare my statutes, or that you should take my covenant in your mouth? 17, seeing you hate instruction and cast my words behind you, my Bible, my standards, my law, the law done away with. See, that's what the devil will tell you. He cast all that away from him, man. He is the devil. He is the deceiver. See, but these jokers want to believe, they want to believe him. They go into his churches. Look at him, verse 7. It say, for many deceivers are entered into the world. That's what this world is about. This is the world of Esau, the great deceiver, the human deceiver, who confess not that Yahweh Shah Mashiach is coming in the flesh. See, they say, oh, it don't matter what he looked like. See, it don't matter what he looked like and what nation he came from. That ain't the point. The point is that it was God that was dealing with him, and he dealt with him for everybody. No. If everything about Yahweh Shah matters. It say this is a deceiver and the Antichrist. See, the Antichrist will tell you some crap about it don't matter. The stuff don't matter about Yahweh Shah. The details. The details don't matter. That's what they're going to tell you now. But let's see what Yahweh Shah said. He say he that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. See, you supposed to believe what the scriptures say, not what the so-called white man say, not what these red dragon Edomites say. See, but that's what they do. See, they don't listen to the scriptures because they know it's condemned they slave master. They love her. Let's get that in Revelation. Revelation 13. Revelation 13 is about slavery. Look at that. It talks about the beast and the dragon, which are the nation of Edom. It ain't complicated. You ain't got to make it complicated. You can say the Romans, the Greeks, and whatever they was calling themselves. But it was just Edomites, man. Bunch of Edomites, red dragon. Verse 10, it say, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So these dragons was leading a nation into captivity. They was leading people to be they slaves. So when you get to verse 15, what was the big deal? And he had power to give life to the image of the beast, and the image of the beast shall speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast that will be killed. So it's gonna be people to worship these folk. They gonna respect the beast. They gonna have admiration towards the beast. See, that's what that worship stands for. Admiration, respect, love. See, they love their slave master, and they gonna love him so much to where he gonna tell them what to do, and they gonna do it. That's what it boils down to. See, but the saints, the ones that have faith, gonna hope for his behind to go into captivity, him to be killed by the sword. That's what they gonna have they hope in and they faith in. That their captives gonna go into captivity. That they oppressor Lucifer is gonna go into captivity. That the Lord gonna deal with him. Look at Exodus 14 and 14. I'm ending on this. It say the Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. See, this is what all you got to do. Let the Lord be the one that fight the battle. Because he the man of war. He the one created the battle, and he gonna win the battle and fight the battle. But the Lucifer in the Bible is these red dragons that got trillions of dollars. That is the rulers of the world. It's not no freaking governments and presidents whining about the police station. Them jokers control everything. They are the fathers and the mothers of the society. They teaching everybody what to do. They are governing everybody's mental. They the government. The government, this presidents and all this Congress, them jokers ain't got no power, man. They puppets sat there to make you think that these other people ain't got no power. See, they the one to keep the king from danger. Let's get that real quick. I'm going to start bringing out this Daniel every time. Look what it say, verse 2. It say, and over these three presidents, of whom Daniel was first, that the princes might give accounts unto them, and the king should have no damage. See, they don't want to be known to rule nothing. They trying to keep themselves from having damage. So they set up presidents, they set up princes, governors, mayors, so people can go and when you got a problem, they're going to say, well, go talk to your councilman, go talk to your governor, go talk to the president. See, they don't want nobody coming to them thinking that they got some power, thinking that they got doing anything, so they can walk around all over the kingdom and nobody know what the heck going on with them. They want to be invisible. See, but see, you got a simpleton that'll think the I'm gonna vote for this president. He gonna change everything. See, you got a simpleton that'll believe that mess, and that's what the majority of the people doing. That's why the Lord gonna kill majority of these people because they want to sit around here and worship man. Let's get that real quick. Jeremiah 17:5. It said, "Thus says the Lord, cursed be man that trusted in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord." See, that's what they do. They trust in a dang on man and some red dragons telling them some mess, and they don't trust God when He telling His prophets to tell them don't trust they behind. They are not to be trusted. But they not gonna listen to the prophets because just like Yahushua, he came from Galilee, the hood, the ghetto, and they saying, "We know your dad and your mama. We ain't listening to you. See, we don't know the government and these rich folk. We don't know them, and cause they got power. But who you? Why we gonna listen to you? You come from the ghetto, man. We know your mama and your daddy. We know your family. Y'all a bunch of Negroes from the project. We don't want to listen to y'all." See, that's how a simpleton would think. And they gonna burn in that lake of fire. Them nuclear weapons. When Putin let off them missiles, we gonna see. We is gonna see who got all the sense then. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem and Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the true peace of the elect worldwide, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, descendants of slaves scattered around the globe on slave ships and through many captivities. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.